a realm of endless possibilities where everything you can imagine comes to life. This is the Dean Iverse. Let's dive in. Part 4, Dean Iverse. Chapter 19, The Exemplar and the Prime. They run down the alleyway. It's tight, boxed in by the backs of old shops. Brick walls with crusty drain pipes, bins overflowing with chip wrappers, a broken bike missing its front wheel. A faint orange glow spills in from a distant street lamp at the far end, barely illuminating the damp cobblestones. Dean Prime grabs Dean by the collar and hauls him down the alley, boots slapping the ground. Somewhere nearby, a dog barks. A drunk laughs. It's far from a normal night in Wootton. The two identical men legging it like their lives depend on it.
Move your fat, useless ass. The fucking Exemplar won't be down for long.
Oh, come off it, you prick. I've just been half battered by a lunatic that was a super buff version of me. Then some prick who looks like my Martin with rage issues telling me that I'm a key or some bullocks. And I've got you barking orders like you're someone special. Prime, what kind of self-wanking name is that? You're just another me with shinier boots.
You think this is a game? I'm Prime because I survived what you couldn't. I've held dying versions of us in my arms. I watched one Dean get swallowed by a library that screamed in Latin. Another, he dissolved into bees. Bees, mate. You think I wanted this title? I earned it, bled for it. I clawed my way to the top of a pile of corpses that all looked like us. And you? You're just noise, a placeholder, a background Dean.
Jesus, all right. No need to rip my head off. I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. It's been a mental day, all right?
Fine. You want answers? Here's the Cliff Notes. Buttercup. Multiverse is buggered. You're the charity case version of me, and I haven't slept since the Wall Street crashed in '87.
A muffled crash behind them. Maybe a bin, maybe the Exemplar booting a cat into orbit. Dean Prime glances back, grimaces.
Brilliant. That's either a some cunt in a wheelie bin or murder in size 11s. Keep moving before we find out which. I'll tell you everything on the way. How I got to be here and what the fuck Tard wants.
Sounds fucking fantastic.
We need somewhere to lay low?
The flat, I guess.
Dean and Dean Prime head to Dean's flat. Dean grabs the warm cans of lager that Pinston brought over before the clone fight.
It's warm, but drink it and start telling me what fucking mess is going on now.
Dean Prime opens his warm lager and starts telling Dean everything. It's golden hour. The city glows like a luxury aftershave ad. Wall Street gleams. Helicopters hum above penthouses. Somewhere a saxophone solo is being played ironically by a broker on his roof. Dean Prime strides out of a revolving door in a sharp navy suit, aviators glinting like the polished threat of a midnight storm. Martin, slicked back hair, half a cigar in his mouth, walks beside him in a tailored coat that cost more than a small car. Their cologne hits pedestrians like a blunt force trauma of citrus, musk and power.
In my realty, I wasn't just a geezer, I was the geezer. Top salesman. Legend. I could flog an NFT to a pensioner. Martin and I? Business gods. Splash the cash, spunk in the gash, drink till dawn, wake up in Monaco with no pants and stock options.
Wait, your Martin was straight?
Straight as a sniper's bullet, pulled more birds than JFK Terminal 5. The man was a walking contraceptive ad. We were unstoppable.
Typical, mine was a sparky poofter.
This is the day it all started.
In a towering office. Glass everywhere. An assistant in heels skates past, balancing a tray of espressos and birth control samples. Dean Prime slams a phone down.
Another triple-figure deal bagged. Linda's gonna be wetter than a sponge in monsoon season tonight.
Martin smirks, looking at Dean Prime. He puffs on a cigar.
She's married, you dick.
Yeah, and I'm the plot twist she didn't see coming but suddenly can't shut up about.
You come with chlamydia and a lawsuit.
They laugh like absolute bastards. Outside, the city looks rich enough to have its own mood lighting. A limo waits below, doors open, everything's perfect. Then the sky rips open like a bad CGI effect with too much budget. A glowing red crack slices through the sunset. Streetlights flicker. Pigeons scream.
What the fuck is that?
Did you spike my coffee again? I swear to God, if this is like the Ibiza incident with the Chinese Aristocat.
The sky tears wider. A figure descends slowly, hovering in mid-air in a sharp charcoal suit with impossible shoulder pads, glowing eyes like a toaster left on too long, and a smug face carved from pure loathing. It's the Exemplar, like if the devil got therapy and a personal stylist. Something draws me straight to Dean Prime and Martin.
Oh, look, another version of me, how profoundly disappointing. Christ, he is me, but with resting homicide face.
Who the fuck are you, Armani Jesus?
The Exemplar says calmly, like he's rating a wine.
And there's the Dean, always running his mouth, always thinking he's the main character. How tedious. Is this guy for real? Why is the sky bending?
Because apparently today is sponsored by LSD and cosmic bollocks.
The alley trembles. The walls of the nearby butcher's ripple like a heat wave. Overhead the clouds are pulling into spirals and a burning cow floats past in total silence.
Was that a cow?
Mate, that was either a cow or my mental health leaving the building.
The Exemplar descends like a smug thundercloud.
You have no idea what's coming.
Nope, not a clue. Would love a leaflet, maybe a presentation?
Why are you dressed like you're off to murder the stock market? This reality is a stain. You, a misprint. I'm the correction.
Brilliant, we've pissed off Microsoft Word in human form.
Can you go haunt someone else, you prick? We're very busy. We got drinks and pussy.
The sky tears open overhead, crimson rips jagged across the clouds. Things fall out or into it. Reality doesn't seem to care anymore. Street signs warp into nonsense symbols. A phone box melts like wax.
I'm going to say something insane and hope I'm wrong. I think the universe is folding in on itself.
Right, and I thought I had a headache before.
A deep, thrumming sound rises, like a train engine screaming underwater. The ground shakes. A bin explodes. A tree peels sideways and floats upward like it's sick of gravity.
This is only a test. Test of what, you grim reaper prick? Silence!
You can't just say vague Bond villain shit and expect us to roll over.
The Exemplar doesn't answer. He just hovers there, cold, unreadable, completely detached.
I don't like the way he's looking at me.
He's looking at you like you owe him for living.
Martin takes one step forward, raising a finger to jab into the Exemplar's chest.
All right, listen here, floaty bollocks. I've had a long day. I had to share a pussy with this prick this morning while off my tits on LSD.
Martin nods at Dean Prime.
And now you're melting the sky and tossing cows. So unless you explain yourself in the next 5 sec...
Thwack, the Exemplar strikes. No flash, no wind-up, just his fist tearing through Martin's chest like paper.
Oh, that's not ideal.
Martin stares at Dean Prime, eyes wide in shock and confusion, mouth twitching like he wants to crack one last joke. But he can't. He drops like a puppet with the strings cut. Dean Prime staggers back, looks horrified.
What the actual fuck?
I'm reading realities of weakness.
Weakness. He wasn't a threat. He was fucking legend.
The Exemplar yanks out the reality ripper. Its jagged metal jaws unfold, hissing to life. It glows with twisted, pulsing colours like a disco in hell. It hums, unstable, hungry.
Time to fully use its power.
He hits the button, and the sky starts to melt. Then, kick back! A jolt surges through him. A dimensional hopper slips from his coat and clatters to the ground. A wave of raw energy blasts down from the sky, pure dimensional feedback from the rift tearing open above. It hits him like a freight train. Wham! The Exemplar is launched backwards, slamming through the butcher's window like a cannonball. He crashes into a meat rack. A chicken carcass flops onto his head. Groaning, the Exemplar lifts his face from the tile.
That kickback needs tweaking.
The Exemplar see the reality tearing apart. He then vanishes in a flicker, leaving behind only the burning smell of ozone and an ominous silence. Dean Prime drops to his knees beside Martin, trembling.
You stupid, stubborn, brilliant bastard.
Then his eyes fall on the drop device, the dimensional hopper. It pulses like a heartbeat, crackling with barely contained madness.
Oh, hello, what the fuck are you?
No time to think. The sky is screaming now. The ground splits. The city begins to tilt. New York is coming apart like Lego in a washing machine. Dean Prime grabs the dimensional hopper, presses the button. Flash! Dean Prime is sucked into a portal. The sun is shining bright. Old ladies chatting. A dog takes a dump outside the post office. This is reality. 524, where Black Dean and a Martin that's 10% racist are strolling down the street, shopping bags in hand.
Listen, plain rice is fine. You don't need to colonize the entire spice rack.
Martin starts grinning.
No, hubby. I've sorted it. Proper rice and peas. And guess what for pudding? Watermelon. Thought you'd love it. Bit of your heritage and that.
Black Dean stares at Martin.
You fucking what?
Martin just beaming and looking clueless.
Come on, embracing the culture. Proper cultural dinner, innit? Didn't want you to feel left out.
Black Dean sighs very hard.
Bruv, you're one sentence away from getting cancelled in real life.
Martin still clueless.
Oi, I'm diverse as can be me. Love you, black people, you're my nut.
Whack! Black Dean grabs a French stick and smacks him around the head.
No, absolutely fucking not. I don't care if you were married, you do not get to say that.
Martin rubbing head, feeling baffled.
But I meant it friendly, like street talk. You lot say it all the time in them rap songs.
And you ain't on the fucking rapper, fag.
Crack! Flash! Suddenly, a rending noise behind them. Dean Prime falls arse first through thin air, landing headfirst into a stack of bananas outside Patel's. Bananas everywhere. Shoppers scream, cats scatter. Black Dean jumps back.
What in hell's name is that?
Martin looking delighted.
Look at this, bloody aliens or summit. Welcome to Wootton, mate.
Dean Prime is groaning, pulling a banana skin off his face.
Jesus! Fruit magnets! What the fuck just happened?
Dean Prime staggers upright, locks eyes with Black Dean, both freeze. Dean Prime blinks.
You're me, but black.
Black Dean folding his arms.
Yeah, and you're white.
Dean Prime still a bit dazed.
I don't even know where I am.
Welcome to Wootton, population 1 confused twat covered in bananas.
Dean Prime awkwardly chuckles.
Fucking hell. First time I land like this.
Could have worse. Could have landed on Martin's head. He'd have called you an exotic cousin by now.
Dean Prime looks at Martin. He is like his, but something seems off about him.
Oi! I love black people. Got rice and peas specially, and for pudding, watermelon.
Black Dean pinching the bridge of nose. Martin grinning at Dean Prime.
Come join us, mate. We're having a proper cultural dinner. Black Dean's teaching me all about his ways.
Fag, the only way I'm teaching you is the way out the door, and you still wouldn't get it.
Dean Prime half laugh, awkwardly wiping banana off his suit, Jesus.
Is every other version of Martin a bloody lunatic?
Version? Don't know what you mean by that, but he is definitely a special edition.
Oi, I'm an ally. Marched at a protest and all. Posted a black square on Insta. I'm woke as fuck.
Black Dean without looking at Martin.
You're about as woke as a coma patient, fag.
Well, cheers for the warm welcome. Any chance of a drink? I think I need one.
Yeah, but Martin ain't picking the pub. Last time he chose one, he said it looked multicultural, 'cause there was a reggae poster in the window.
Yeah, I'll stick with you.
Black Dean eyeing him up and down.
Good plan. Now lose the bananas. You're making our side look soft.
Yes, boss.
Dean Prime under his breath.
Entitled prick.
Martin still chipper, lifting the watermelon.
Should I bring the pudding just in case?
Black Dean and Dean Prime in unison without turning.
No.
The three of them stand outside the bystander pub, a battered sign swinging in the breeze. Smells of stale beer and pork scratchings waft out.
Right, we need a drink. Martin, you're buying.
Of course, I'm treating the culture today in it, proper ally and that.
Fucking Christ.
Dean Prime still wiping banana fibers off his sleeve.
As long as it's wet and strong, I don't care who pays.
They push the door open. Dusty light filters through yellowed curtains, old geezers at the bar, a dog snoring under a table. Fruit machine flashing and blaring in the corner. Black Dean clocks a booth in the corner.
We'll take that one. Martin, bar now.
What we having, lads? Dean, pint of Guinness, and for her mother, Dean. White wine, mate, you know. Bit of class.
Black Dean and Dean Prime turn to glare at him.
Just order the fucking drinks.
Righto, Guinness, and I'll get myself a Caribbean rum. Keep it thematic.
I swear, every time he opens his gob, it's like watching a live hate crime being rehearsed.
He's unbelievable. My Martin was my posh bussiness partner. This one's like a racist Forrest Gump.
Yep, 10% racist, 90% fucking idiot.
They both chuckle darkly. At the bar, Martin leans over to the bored barmaid, oblivious.
All right, love. Pint of Guinness, another one, and one of them Caribbean rums, yeah? We're having a cultural night.
Right. You want a tiny umbrella in that too, mate?
Only if it comes with steel drums. Ha ha ha!
Barmaid stares daggers, starts pouring. Back at the table, Dean Prime rubbing his temples.
I still can't believe this. I don't know how I got here and meeting another me. And your Martin makes me want to drink bleach.
That's Wootton, fam. Multicultural as fuck. Mostly cause of me.
At least you've got Guinness. Last pub I walked had a nun with a taser. Beer tasted of piss water.
You'll fit in here fine. Just watch Martin. He's 2 pints away from trying to say my G unironically.
If he does, I'll glass him.
Martin returns with a big grin, 3 drinks in hand.
Here we go. Proper cultural round. Cheers, lads. Or should I say, eerie vibes.
Black Dean immediately slaps the back of his head.
No, you say cheers, cunt, like everyone else.
Martin rubbing head, beaming.
All right, cheers, cunts.
They all raise their glasses. Black Dean and Dean Prime exchange a look. Grim amusement. Suddenly, a bold, scrawny bloke comes in with 2 young black babies, walks up to the bar.
Can I have a caramel frappuccino, please?
Can you come back in 15 minutes? I've just washed the mixer.
Tut, tut, tut. Nope, lost sale, my friend. Come on, Elijah and Xavier, we shall go elsewhere.
Look at that bold prick trying to get a frappuccino.
He was my old boss.
Yeah, and the silly cunt thinks they are his kids. I raw dogged his wife loads, pounded that puss, they ain't his kids. Anyway, get talking. Why the fuck did you just fall out the sky covered in bananas looking like Mr. Bean's edgy brother?
Dean Prime rubbing his face.
Yeah, believe me. I'm trying to figure that out myself. All I know, I was in New York, big city, normal day. Then some cunt who looked a lot like someone blew my whole fucking world to pieces.
Black Dean raises a brow.
Hold up, cunt looked like who? Martin, my Martin, but not my Martin, different, wrong, and I didn't stop him.
Black Dean leans back and folds his arms.
Fucking hell, this just got real.
Bit of drama, innit? Bloody love a good sci-fi mystery. Always said if there was another me out there, bet he is a right charming bastard.
Nah, he sounds be too 100% psycho and thick as shit, so, just like this you.
Dean Prime downing half his pint.
You've no idea what's coming, and neither do I. But I know one thing, it's coming fast.
Right, drink up and start from the fucking top, no more riddles.
Martin raising his glass again. Whack! Black Dean slaps the back of his head again.
Stop fucking saying that.
The three of them huddle round the table, pints in hand. Dean Prime takes a long swig, steadying himself.
All right. My name's Dean, just like you. I'm from a different version of this world. One where things were good, till they weren't.
Different world? You hit your fucking head on those bananas or what?
Wish I had. Would be easier than this. Look, 1 second I'm in New York, sharp suit, proper life, running deals with my best mate, Martin, my Martin.
Black Dean eyes him, something flickers.
Next second, sky tears open, some thing comes through, looks like my Martin, but twisted. Dead eyes, smile that didn't belong. Before I knew it, he killed my Martin, punched clean through his chest.
Black Dean exhales sharply. Martin just grinning away and slurping his rum.
Sounds proper cinematic, that. You sure it weren't a dream? You lot watch too many Marvel films.
Shut the fuck up, Martin. Man's talking about his dead mate.
Martin blinks away, still chipper.
I'm just saying. You know I love your lot, Dino. I mean our lot. Brothers and that. One people! Fist bumps toward Black Dean.
Black Dean stares, leaves him hanging.
Put your fucking hand down before I bite it off.
Dean Prime points at Black Dean.
At least one of you's got a brain. Unlike Dr. Twat here.
So this thing that looked like our Martins, you think he's coming here?
I don't know. All I know is, I was lucky to grab this.
He reaches into his inner pocket, pulls out a jagged, blinking device. The dimensional hopper. It hums softly, wires tangled, lights flicker, Black Dean eyes widen.
The fuck is that?
From what I can tell, it's called a dimensional hopper. Don't ask me how it works. I just mashed the button when the sky cracked again. Next thing I know, bananas. Wootton, you two.
Well, fucking welcome to the arsehole of England. We've got warm beer, racist pensioners, and a 10% racist husband. You'll fit right in.
Martin, still clueless, lifting his glass.
Oi, I'm an ally. Yeah, this is all one love. Matter of fact, we can cook a Jamaican breakfast tomorrow. Bit of ackee and saltfish.
Say ackee and saltfish one more time and I'll shove the fruit machine up your arse.
Dean Prime half laughs despite himself.
Fuck me. You two are like the world's shittest sitcom.
You should see him in co-op. Won't buy fair trade coffee unless I walk 3 steps behind him so he can say he's supporting my people.
What? That's solidarity? I'm basically Malcolm X.
Black Dean and Dean Prime in unison, deadly flat.
No, you're fucking not.
No, you're fucking not.
Dean Prime finishes his pint, leans in.
Look, joke all you want. But that thing killed my Martin. It's probably coming after me. And maybe you next.
Black Dean face hardens.
If he shows up here, I'm ready.
Yeah, I'll fight him too. We can gang up proper street style. Me and you Bruves, Dino.
Black Dean sighs heavily.
Fag, shut the fuck up.
Dean Prime stands.
Right. Next drink's on me. Then I need your help. This thing's not done yet.
Black Dean stands with him.
You got it, bruv. Just one rule.
Black Dean glares at Martin.
You keep your fucking mouth shut.
Oi, man's woke as fuck.
Black Dean and Dean Prime walk to the bar, groaning. Dimensional hopper blinking softly on the table. A faint crackling hum, like it's waking something up. Then the dimensional hopper on the table is blinking faster. Its hum is rising, vibrating the wood. Dean Prime and Black Dean sit with fresh pints. Martin is munching scampi fries, humming Buffalo Soldier. Black Dean eyes hopper.
That thing's getting louder. You sure it ain't about to fucking blow us all up?
No clue. First time I've used the bloody thing.
Martin with a mouthful of crisps.
Maybe it's Bluetooth connecting. Oi, put on some Bob Marley. Keep the vibe going for our guest, yeah?
If you say one more Marley lyric, I'm pouring that pint over your head.
Suddenly, Crack! Boom! The sky tears open above the pub, a sickening screech of light. Windows explode inward, the air warps, stinks of burning metal. Patrons scream, pints spill, a pensioner falls off her stool. A black-gloved hand grips the air, pulling through. The Exemplar. Sleek black suit, eyes glowing red, wicked smile, not a man, a fucking nightmare.
Jesus Christ, who invited Darth Wanker?
Look at this, performance art. Fucking love this pub.
Dean Prime, eyes widen, his look ice-cold.
It's him. It's the cunt.
The Exemplar scans the room, eyes narrowing, then double-take. His gaze whips between Dean Prime and Black Dean.
2 Deans, now this is unexpected.
The Exemplar steps forward, air rippling, then his eyes start narrowing. Sudden grin creeping in.
Well. You're not this reality's Dean. I know you. You're the scum from the obliterated reality, the one who slipped through, the one who took what's mine.
Dean Prime gritted his teeth and grabbed Hopper.
Damn fucking right I did, and I watched you murder my Martin, you cunt.
Oi, back off, Darth Wanker. I don't know what the fuck this is, but you're in Wootton now, and no one fucks with my pint.
Cheers, bruv, one love.
Seriously, Martin, shut the fuck up.
Boom! Exemplar blasts forward, a pulse of red energy knocking tables aside. Pub lights explode, screams, sparks rain down. Dean Prime dives sideways, Hopper in hand. Black Dean charges, grabs a broken pool cue.
Come on then, cunt. See how hard you are without your fancy plasma.
He flicks his wrist, blasts through Black Dean's chest. Black Dean freezes, eyes wide, drops the cue. Blood pours. He collapses. Martin screaming, he runs to Black Dean.
Dean!
He cradles Black Dean, sobbing.
Stay with me. Please, I didn't mean it. I love you. You are mine.
Don't you fucking dare. You're still a racist. Fag.
Black Dean dies, Martin howls, turns to Exemplar in blind rage.
You bastard! I'll kill you. I'm bored of this, you annoying little shit.
He grabs Martin by the neck, lifts him, crunches, snap. Martin's lifeless body drops next to Black Dean. Dean Prime stands frozen, shaking with rage.
And now, for you, you've stolen my dimensional hopper. I won't allow you to keep moving around.
He pulls out his reality ripper, jagged, glowing. He actives it.
2 Deans, 1 dead, 1 about to be ripped apart.
Dean Prime goes to press a button on the dimensional hopper, but with a quick draw the Exemplar shoots it. However, it wasn't enough to destroy it. It sparks and glitches. Dean Prime slams the dimensional hopper again. Flash! Whoosh! Boom! Reality shatters. The dimensional hopper sputters, barely working. Dean Prime spins through the void, pub gone, his new friends dead. Dean Prime starts shouting through gritted teeth.
Fuck! Come on, you piece of shit!
Join us to continue the adventures by hitting subscribe. If you enjoyed our exploration, give us a like and share your thoughts in the comments below.